If you're planning your first trip to Japan but don't know where to start, this is the right place. In this video, I'll walk you through the 10 essential steps I took before traveling. Everything you need to know to make your Japan adventure smooth and stress-free. I'm here to help you. Number 1. Choose when to go. I personally picked up April to enjoy cherry blossom and lovely temperatures. And next time, I would definitely go in October and be amazed by the autumn foliage, vibrant colors. When choosing, consider also that Golden Week, that is early May, and New Year are moments when local tourism will be at its peak. Crowds, anyway, will be constant throughout the year, considering how popular is Japan right now. Summer can be extremely hot and make it challenging to urban explorers. Number 2. Big cities and length of stay. I chose Osaka, Tokyo, and Kyoto for my first visit, for 12 days. And I saw the highlights without rushing and allowing a couple of days trips in the nature. For example, Nara from Osaka and Mount Fuji from Tokyo. Choose based on what excites you: nature, temples, food, tech, or pop culture. I've also booked in advance a visit to the Studio Ghibli Museum in Mitaka and to the new Nintendo Museum in Kyoto. I will talk about it in one of the next videos. If you're planning to go in 2025, do not forget the Expo in Osaka as a stop. Number 3. Reserve flights. Here's some tools I've used to deal with flights and accommodation. For flights, I use Skyscanner and Google Flights. Those have been my choices to search for flights to identify the best website for where to buy tickets. My tip is to go for the multi-city search option that allows selecting multiple different airports based on the itinerary. In my case, I flew to Osaka and left the country from Tokyo. That's a good way to save time and money and avoid backtracking. Number 4. Reserve accommodation in advance. For accommodations, I found Booking.com great for comparing hotels, ryokan, which are traditional guest houses, and B&B. I looked for options with payments close to date and free cancellation up until a few days before departure. I find useful visualizing the options on a map, as I looked for vibrant areas to explore. In my case, Namba in Osaka, which is the heart of the Tombori Canal, Okion in Kyoto, the Geisha Historical District, and the Shinjuku in Tokyo. So those worked out to be all excellent choices for my accommodation. Booking.com helped to keep things well organized. All the communications and the interactions with hotels happened in English, all in one place, without the need of sending emails or calling. In fact, English is not largely spoken in Japan. Consider reserving rooms well on time, at least 3-4 months in advance. Once done, it is also wise to write down on paper the accommodation addresses, to be used in case something goes wrong with the tech. Number 5. Japan Rail Pass. The Japan Rail Pass allows tourists to use the JR lines at a fixed cost for a defined period of time. Its cost increased over the years, and these days it is not recommended for everyone visiting Japan. It is convenient only for those exploring multiple cities by train with frequent use of bullet trains. Considering my itinerary was just limited to 12 days and to the major cities, I didn't buy the pass. And I didn't have any issue using and topping up travel cards, aka IC cards, or buying train tickets directly at the station's kiosk. Learn about IC cards. IC are prepaid cards, like Pasmo, Suica, or Ikoka. Those are widely used in Japan and are used by tourists mainly to pay for public transports. I have used an Ikoka IC card purchased at Kansai Airport in Osaka as soon as I landed. You can buy it at every station in a matter of minutes. There are automatic vending machines just outside before train station. But remember that they have to be topped up with cash only, and no cards are accepted. Using public transport is inevitable, but when possible, I enjoyed walking and discover unexpected hidden gems. I will share some of the recommended walks I experienced in one of the next videos. Plan an itinerary. After deciding to focus on the major cities, I started planning the trip with the support of 2 Lonely Planet guides, the Kyoto-Osaka one and the Tokyo Pocket one. They provided relevant information area by area, maps, suggested walking routes, tips. I've also explored social blogs specific to Japan to add on top additional info. Finally, I have created a draft day-by-day route with spots to visit and defined the number of days to spend in each city. Allow buffers. Planning is essential, but the journey is also about discovery and surprises. I have selected 2-3 key places per day, ideally not too far from each other. I've talked about it in details in one of the next videos to show how it worked out in details. Stay always connected during your stay. Although Wi-Fi is widely available in Japan, a data-only SIM is what helped me to stay always connected. I bought a physical SIM card from Amazon, but there is plenty available options since the moment you land. I just wanted to avoid queues in the airport and be data ready straight away, but there are common alternatives like renting a pocket Wi-Fi, and this can be done even before traveling and picked up at the airport. Alternatively, you can get an eSIM via app if you have a compatible phone, so plenty of options here. Apps that I've used while exploring are very common but extremely helpful. Google Translate is essential, and also Google Lens is the same. Google Maps, of course. Recommendation is to download the Japanese language and the offline maps of the places to visit just in case. Prepare cash and currency. Japan is still very cash-based, hence ensure you have a physical card to be ready to withdraw some cash. Cash is needed when entering temples and shrines, when dealing with street vendors and smaller shops, and above all, to top up the IC travel cards for public transport. ATMs in Japan can be found inside konbini, the mini markets like 7-Eleven, Lawson, for a small fee. Be prepared with the right cards to avoid unfavorable exchange rates, hidden fees, and extra costs each time you pay or withdraw. I ordered a physical Revolut card which provides multi-currency account, including one in Japanese yen. Simply top it up from your bank account and convert it with no fees. In addition, I've also applied with my bank for a second card, specifically for travel, with no exchange or withdrawal fees to stay on the safe side. We can discuss travel credit debit cards in another video. Let me know in the comments if you're interested. Packing and documents. I packed light, with almost empty extra baggage for souvenirs. My essentials were universal adapters with multiple USB output, sneakers, and comfy clothes. Things that I'd recommend to bring from home is deodorant, as I found those in Japan not so effective. In addition, all over-the-counter medicines for any emergency that might occur. After checking my passport expiration date well before departure, do not forget to apply for a visa if needed. On arrival, there are 2 checkpoints for passport control and custom. Pick the forms in English and add the required information before joining the queues. Keep at hand the address where you will be staying, and the info will have to be added to the forms. As an alternative, there is an online form to be filled in before departure, with a QR code provided to be shown at the checkpoints. That's everything I did before flying to Japan. In my next video, I'll show you how the trip actually went and whether the plan worked out. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the next part of this Japan travel series.